Hi, I'm Ryan Szymanski, curator of Battleship New Jersey Museum and Memorial. The Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor, 79 years ago today, seemed to mark the end of the battleship. The partial destruction of our pre-war battle line was only a slight setback for the United States Navy. President Roosevelt had already authorized a Two-Ocean Navy Act, doubling the fleet. All that remained was for American industry to get those ships in the water so they could join the fight. At the Philadelphia Navy Yard, contracts were coming in faster than the slipways could be cleared. The 35,000-ton battleship Washington, BB-56, had to be launched before construction could begin on the next battleship. The slipway also had to be lengthened and reinforced for the new 45,000-ton Iowa-class battleship USS New Jersey, BB-62. The hull was laid down on September 16, 1940. New Jersey would be the heaviest battleship yet launched in the United States. Today, December 7, 2020, is the 78th anniversary of her launching at the Philadelphia Naval Shipyard. With much fanfare, she was christened with New Jersey white wine instead of the normal champagne. Mrs. Carolyn Hawkins Edison, wife of New Jersey Governor Charles Edison, did the honors, after which the ship slid into the waters of the Delaware River for the first time. The workforce building the ship was about half comprised of Pennsylvanians and half of New Jerseyans. About one-third of the workforce was female. It took 429,000 man-days to design the ship and another 4 million to build her. If only one draftsman and 10 mechanics had built her, and they'd worked 6 days a week, it would have taken 1,374 years to complete the ship. After the attack on Pearl Harbor, shifts started working around the clock, and the ship got into the fight a year ahead of schedule. It only took 979 days. The amount of blueprint paper used for the issuing of plans was 17.5 tons, equal to a strip 30 inches wide and 1,100 miles long. The area of all decks and platforms is 418,000 square feet, 9.6 acres. There are 844 doors, 161 hatches, 852 manholes, or a total of 1,857 access openings in the ship. The total length of shafting used to drive the vessel is 1,074 feet, 1/5 of a mile. In her construction, there were 4,209,000 feet, or 800 miles of welding, and 1,135,000 driven rivets. The length of piping throughout the vessel would make one length of 80 miles, 17 miles of which is used for refrigeration and cooling purposes. In connection with this piping, 14,140 valves are used. The ventilation system included 16 miles of ductwork. 15 miles of manila and wire rope are required for the vessel and its operation. The total length of electric cable used is 250 miles, and the numerous conductors in some of these cables, if placed end to end, would reach 1,700 miles. The capacity of the electric generator sets is 10,000 kilowatts, or the equivalent to handle the industrial and domestic load of a city of 20,000 people. The operation of the ship involves 900 motors, 5,300 lighting fixtures, 275 service, and 816 battle telephones. The amount of paint required is 400,000 pounds, enough to cover 7,200,000 square feet of surface with one coat, or sufficient to paint a fence 5 feet high and 273 miles long. As originally designed, New Jersey displaced enough water to flood 46 acres of land, or 993 city lots, 1 foot deep. The material for the ship was supplied to the yard in various forms under contract by 34 states. These are just the numbers when the ship was launched. It would take another 6 months to complete the vessel, and a further 6 to complete trials and make it up to the front. Over her career, she would grow to displace over 57,500 tons, fight in 3 wars, 19 campaigns, and be the home to some 55,000 sailors and Marines. If you would like to learn more about the attack on Pearl Harbor and how Battleship New Jersey compares to USS Arizona, Pennsylvania, or the other ships there, check out our tours on December 7th at 1 o'clock, December 11th at 5, December 18th at 5. If you have a student who is interested in learning about the ship, registration is now open for our second Students' Day, December 22nd, 2020, from 9 a.m. to 11. Do you have a neurodivergent family member who would benefit from a more private, self-guided tour? Battleship New Jersey is opening early, Saturday, December 12th, for special needs guests. You'll have the ship to yourself from 9 a.m. until 11 a.m. If you would like to donate to the museum, click the link down below. The museum has lost over $1 million in 2020, or 1/4 of our total revenue.